I'm not in a real humorous mood.
Why? Something bad happened?
No, it's just that, the days are getting very long. Yesterday...
And they're coming down to a precious few.
Yeah. Well, yesterday I had wig stock. I had to go.
How was it?
I had to go get fitted for wigs because and when I talk about wigs, you're talking about each wig is over $2,000. It's like a $2,500 wig each one. Mm-hmm. So you have for a movie.
It's a human hair wig.
Yeah, it was really weird when they were like putting the hair next to me to match my hair and stuff. Man, it's so real that there's just no difference between my hair and this wig hair. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that wigs can accomplish the job.
It's not that plastic hair that
no.
you're used to.
Wow, it's so weird. It was so real. It was kind of creepy.
So who's this wig master?
Some dude. He's some kind of eccentric and stuff.
Uh-huh.
He talked kind of like George Takei.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Except he had like an Australian accent. Oh, my. He's like, hello.
In Australian. Good day.
Tell me, this first wig we're making, the hair, what does it come down to? Does it come down to your nipple? Was it kind of like, he was real professional? Like a real, movies is a whole different world than the junk we're used to doing.
I think you have to act more professional because it's such a make-believe business.
Well, we had the guy there who's going to be fitting me for prosthetics. Don't forget, when I'm younger, I'm heavier, if you remember. And,
so you're going to have a bodysuit?
Not a bodysuit, but I'm going to be wearing pieces of my face in different scenes.
Not in the rest of your body?
Yeah, but there's different ways that they pad. It's not a bodysuit.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd, like those women who get pregnant.
No.
They put them in a whole suit.
But it's really interesting how they age you, and then they make you younger, and they have ways of pulling your skin back. There's a whole deal going on. You know what I'm doing today? I'm going to face cast. Where they stick your head in cement.
Right.
And they just, you can only breathe through your nostrils.
You're going to see, Ralph always wanted you to do that, remember?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't let Ralph. The guy who's doing it to me, this guy Bob, is real professional. He did the makeup for, like, tons of cool movies.
You always said to Ralph, I can't let you do that. You don't know what you're doing. Yeah.
And you talk about body doubles. Mm-hmm. They said, do you have a preference for who's going to be your body double? You're stand-in. Mm-hmm. And I said, You mean I have a stand-in? I go, why do I have that? They go, well, do you have a preference? Who's going to play your stand-in? I said, no. I said,
oftentimes people have their sister or brother stand in for them.
Wow. Well, I'll have my sister stand in for me.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
I'm Howard stand-in.
I don't have a brother, so... So Ralph goes, I'll be the stand-in. And then even John Alvarez said, what are you, everything on the movie? Wait, you want to be, just shut up.
He'll have so many, again, Ralph's name will be all over the credits.
Ralph tried to weasel his way into the movie.
Oh.
Where do I stand? Ralph Sorella, co-director. Hope you don't mind that, Mr. Alvarez.
You don't want Ralph doing anything close to that because then he'll get a big head.
Ralph's not doing anything.
Pissing off people.
He's not doing anything. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. So anyway, so they said I was thinking of like maybe hiring Joey Ramone to be my stand-in, but he might be insulted by that.
And he might cost too much money.
Yeah, right.
Don't you think?
Yeah, he's pretty expensive.
Oh, Rick Ocasek isn't doing anything.
Yeah, I might get him. Isn't that funny though? Like I have a stand-in.
Yeah, I guess. I never thought about that.
And then they offered me, they said, who do you want to be your assistant on the set? Mm-hmm. Like your gopher. Mm-hmm. Should I get one of those too? And they go, yeah.
You have to.
Then I was thinking of giving it to Gorilla, but I'm not going to give it to him because we need him here.
You're not going to bypass me for some young, really beautiful blonde.
You're not needed here? Is that what you're saying?
What are you saying? You don't have time to be you got to be there. It's an 80-hour week.
You're going to work. You're going to do this radio show?
No. The assistant's job is 80-hour week. Gorilla.
I would gladly do it.
I know you would, but I need you here. What am I supposed to do?
Well, if you're going to be here...
How are you going to do both? You have to go to college.
I'll take a semester off. It would be more than worth it.
And you're going to be here in the morning and travel through the whole day with me?
Absolutely. I would give
an 80-hour week.
I would give my left leg.
All right, cut off your leg.
Cut it off right now.
Give me a... I would definitely
give me a scissor.
Now,
I think you're going to need more than a scissor.
I'll do it with a scissor. How's that?
I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll see. You're awfully incompetent.
What about
incompetent?
Ganji there is...
no, not Ganji. Ganji got enough.
Live without him.
How am I
forget Ganji. We've already promoted Ganji. What?
I'm not...
I thought of you immediately because maybe I'd reward you for being a good kid, but...
I would not let you down.
I don't want anyone annoying me. And also, there's like a lot of... So you got to be there early in the morning to set up. You see, they start.
Can't be here.
See, they start setting up at 7 in the morning. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you got to prepare platters of food for me and all kinds of stuff.
Have I not been doing that for the past 3 years? Have
What is
I
it,
ever
Vic?
messed up?
Oh, Vic looking for a gig? No, Vic, I got to give it to Gorilla before you, right? I mean.
Yeah, it's up to you, but.
What?
The same offer.
I'm sorry?
I'll do what he just said he would do.
Cut off both legs?
With a scissor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Well, first of all, there's some people who are professionals at this, like professional gophers, like assistants.
And they know what they're doing. They know their way around a set.
Yeah.
They always wear a stopwatch or carry a clipboard. I never know why.
Yeah, I know. But there's professional assistants. So I got to find out what they're supposed to do for me. See, because you might not know what to do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know that I need someone who's more experienced.
But you also want someone that you kind of know that.
Yeah, but the problem is I know you and I ain't that thrilled with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to hang around with you.
You ain't that much fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know. I've been on this set 2 months and I haven't been doing any acting yet. All I'm doing is hiring.
I mean, I think Gorilla's a great guy, but isn't this the part of the job, Howard? Isn't this why you spent your whole life? So that you get this incredibly beautiful, like 22-year-old blonde who's very good at what she does.
I have a wife
who's very good at what she does.
I can't have a 22-year-old blonde.
He picked a 22-year-old years ago.
Yeah.
And he's
the one
with her.
Yeah, the one
with her.
Yeah, I got to have a guy. I don't think my wife's going to go for me having a 22-year-old blonde.
He's already got love seeds, Gary. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, and quite frankly, who needs that temptation? I'm ready to be pushed off the boat as it is. You know what I mean?
Doesn't your wife understand that this is how Hollywood works?
Yeah, well, my head is exploding from Hollywood. I better just back off.
You know what his wife understands?
Right.
She understands Hollywood's divorce laws.
Yeah, right. All right, listen, don't get all worked up over this. Don't even bother me about it because I don't even know. Because the guy said there's a lot of things that people do that they do this professionally. So I don't even know that this is a realistic. And Stuttering Vic, I could never give it to you because Gorilla would commit suicide.
Definitely.
You could hire us both.
What?
You could take us on. You could.
Yeah, but I'm not. You know what? It's not up to me. It's up to the studio. They would have to talk to you guys to see if you even know what's going on. Who even knows what an assistant's supposed to do on a movie set?
Be an assistant, you know.
Yeah, but
how hard could it be, Howard? I mean,
that's a bad attitude, Vic.
You don't know.
You don't know how hard it is.
Right, I don't know, but I'm speculating that it can't be. I mean, it's an assistant's job, you know.
Yeah, but in other words, if they have to tell you what to do every minute, there's some people who know what to do. They've served other Hollywood guys,
I agree.
and they know what to do on the set. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys will be standing around going, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, what do I do?
And what is that?
See what I mean? And you don't even have a car, Gorilla.
I'd buy one.
What if I need you to run to my house and get some?
I'd steal one.
My parents have 2 cars. I can borrow one of theirs.
You can?
Yeah.
How's your father going to get to work?
My father takes a train.
Oh, okay.
His father's a mailman. I mean, for God's sake.
He's not driving from house to house.
Yeah, right. He's got his mail truck. You know what I mean? What side of the car is there steering wheel on? Is it?
He walks.
Oh, he walks.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
He's working up to a car.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to find out whoever was like De Niro's last assistant. You know, because I want to. You see, a lot of these actors are bull busters.
Right.
They get a hold of these assistants
And whip them.
and whip them into shape. I got guys who sit around watching me.
They yell back at you.
Yeah.
Your assistants are always talking back.
Yeah, because Gorilla will be like, I don't know what to do. No one told me what to do.
Well, I didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, but no one told me. A lot of these kids know what they're doing already.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't such kids. It's like a professional job.
Well, if you gave me a shot.
I tell you what I'll do. Yeah, I tell you what I'm going to do for you, all right? Because I like you. You're not the brightest kid, but I like you. I'll get you an interview.
Cool.
All right?
Yeah. Cool.
And try and find out what an assistant's supposed to do on these movie sets.
I will look into it.
As far as I can tell, you got to just serve me in every way possible.
Well, I've been doing that for the past 3 years, haven't I?
Yeah. All right, Gunga Din, get out of here. Gunga Din. All right, Gunga Din.
Thank you.
All right. That's Gunga Din.
Gunga Steve.
Gunga Stupid.
Gunga Grillo.
Oh.
I've been sitting with this information for 3 weeks.
Really?
That I need an assistant on the movie.
I'm still thinking about pondering.
And I called Gary and I said, what am I going to do?
And he said...
And he goes, I don't know. As
typical,
usual.
Typical. Very helpful, Gary.
And I go, well, how can I give it to Gorilla? We need him here. We don't want to take interns away from here.
Uh-huh.
Because we need our
interns.
interns.
Could give him a paying job, and he wants to work in movies.
Yeah, I'd like to give Gorilla and it's a pretty good paying job.
Yeah.
It's not a bad...
I mean, he's always crying about money.
I mean, but it's a long week. It's 80-hour weeks.
Well, he says he puts that in now, so
Yeah.
we just take off school and do it for the experience.
I see. I don't know. I wish I even said to the guy, just you guys you interview people and just
yeah, it would be so easy if they just say, "Here is your assistant."
Yeah, well, they don't want to
ask you these questions.
In a way, I appreciate it though, because you don't want to be stuck on a movie set where you sit around for hours and hours of waiting with some dickhead who's like bugging you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't have to be bugged. You go in wherever you go and close the door.
Yeah, but you need your dude. Evidently, you need an assistant. I don't know what for, but you need one.
Yeah, but they don't have to necessarily be where you are.
Yeah,
at
but
the moment you could have them stand outside the door.
But even if they're standing outside the door and the guy's a jerk, it can be real annoying. You know that. I could obsess on it.
Yes, for no good reason.
Yeah. So I'm going to find out what an assistant does on the movie set, and then when I find out,
Gorilla can do it.
yeah, and if I'll figure out if Gorilla can do it. But also, you got to be somewhat innovative. You know what I mean? There must be cool stuff.
There might be some things you need to anticipate and look, see a problem down the road before it gets to be big.
Like if someone was a trained assistant and was trained by some ball buster, that they'd come in and go, Howard, you need me to do this, 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 and this. I go, oh, that's right. That's what I need.
Yes, before you go into this shoot, we can get this, 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 and this done.
Yeah.
And I'll set this up for you so when you come out, that'll be done.
Yeah.
But who knows if that exists?
And Gorilla, yeah, it does evidently. Gorilla don't know how to do that. Gorilla's like, oh, wow. You didn't tell me to do that.
What?
Huh? He'll do whatever I tell him to do. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
But is he
I was here at 7 o'clock. Nobody told me to.
Yeah, right. You get all flustered.
How was I supposed to know?
Yeah, right. I didn't know.
What am I, a mind reader?
I never did this before.
Yeah, I never did this before. I need that.
If somebody had told me.
Yeah.
If I'd done this before, I would have done it already.
And make sure it's done tomorrow.
Yeah, I need an intelligent midget, Hoo-ha. 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 You know what I'm saying? Do you
understand? Trash me. At least give me a chance.
No, yeah, but you don't know what you have to do on the movie set. I don't even know what I have to do on the movie set.
But at least it's explained to me.
Ralph is here.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Listen.
What is it, Ralph?
Listen.
I don't even want
What is it?
Never mind.
What is it? What do you want?
You're going to need somebody who can communicate with other people on the set for you.
So what are you saying?
Not just go pick up stuff.
Right.
Well, we know you can't do that.
You're looking at him.
I'm pretty busy already, Rob. Thank you anyway.
It's not the point. I just wanted to point out
if I needed to do that, I could do that, though. Thank you, Rob.
Communicating with other people.
Go host a show.
Yeah, right.
Go dress up like a queen and host.
All righty.
I know. What are you saying? Gorilla can't communicate?
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's one of
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Are you saying anything?
Like he might have to go over to the director and tell him something for you or that kind of thing.
He can do
or
that.
Other people on the
I don't know. Don't talk too quick, Rob.
Wait, I mean,
Rob's making a good point for once.
He can definitely relay a message, don't you think?
Come on. You're talking about Gorilla.
Honestly, I would take this very seriously.
I know you would. I know you'd try as hard as you could.
But I'm not as...
But like even when I had you work, like you came out to my house to help me or some stuff, you were like so slow and thick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
He was really slow.
I wasn't that bad.
You were pretty bad.
A lot.
I don't know if you could really snap to this one.
I wasn't that
This might drive you right over the edge.
Yeah, this doesn't require reading or anything, does it?
I don't know. I don't know what it requires. That's the problem. I would recommend... I'm going to recommend him for it. But I don't know. I don't know what he has to do.
Well, you'd have to read the script and anticipate what you'd need. And
stuff like that.
Exactly. Like if I got all the information, say if you had a shoot, I'd have to set everything up for that day.
Right.
Right. So I'd have to get all your stuff prepared, make sure everything is there and ready and needed. So when you come in, you have it and there's no hassle.
But you're going to have to...
And I would pound the table a lot.
Yeah, are you going to pound the table a lot to prove that you know what you're doing? And then I would do this and
then I
that.
would pound the table so it sounded very noisy.
And then I'll pound the table on the set.
When he's pounding the table, he's pounding it into his head.
Yeah. Nikita Gorillo. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand it. It's very important.
Maybe you could be
You're very
assistant.
hesitant.
Does your assistant have an assistant?
See, that's the problem. We have to hire an assistant for the assistant. No, Gorilla, here's the thing. I like you. That's the only reason I'm even bringing this up on the air. I think you're a good kid. But I don't know if you're going to be in over your head being an assistant.
Well, maybe he can't do that job.
You're discussing whether he's got what it takes to be a lackey?
I know. I know.
But it's not a lackey job. It's an important job on a film.
It is. It kind of is, though.
Ralph's acting like he's been on a film.
Yeah, well, Ralph once worked on some horror movie that was like a D movie.
It's an important film.
It's an important job. It's an important role, you understand?
Yeah.
How many people are cut out for it?
Dino De La Berry. All right, so the point is that I don't know whether or not. You know what I'm going to do, Gorilla? Let's leave it like this. I'm high on you. I like you.
Thank you.
You're high.
You're high to be on high.
Yeah. You're high if you use it. It would be exciting, I know, to work on a movie, right? But, and also part of me doesn't want to sit on the movie and see, those
strangers?
No, I don't want to see those goofy faces that I see every day here that don't know what they're doing. Like, all of a sudden, I'm going to feel like, am I in an amateur production? Gorilla's here.
You know, see me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to limit it. So I don't want to see,
But if it's crazy, it could be a welcome sight, too. It's like a double-edged sword. It could go either way.
Yeah, I guess.
He's like a security blanket.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd hate to think that's my security blanket.
How'd you get into trash?
I'm sorry. Hey, the fact that you're even being considered is an honor.
It is,
all right?
Really.
That's what they mean when they talk about the Academy.
Yeah, right. I just don't know if you're qualified to be a lackey.
That's hard, man.
I know. It's more than just running out and getting me some hot water.
Believe me.
You know what I mean?
You got a schedule for the day.
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know what
the cold water too.
I don't know what an assistant does, but evidently they're telling me it's real important. You're gonna see that it's needed, and it's someone who sort of thinks on their feet. You know what I mean? It's like an innovator in a way.
You got to think ahead. I mean, you're going to have to go to the director and
make sure that you have your stuff ready and what's going on.
It's not just his stuff. It's not just like getting him food. It's like being able to communicate his ideas to other people.
Is it? You think it's that important?
Yeah. I really do.
Oh, well, Gorilla, maybe you ought to bow out of this right now. Mr. Director, Howard thinks that
this next scene he doesn't understand his motivation. Could you possibly give him some information that could lead him into his character a little bit more?
Technically.
And would you like to see my dad do?
I don't know if I can handle this. You know what I'm saying? It's my one shot here to get
Barry.
It's my one shot to get a good assistant. You know what I mean? And I don't even know. See, if all it means is you just get me food,
you got the job.
You got the job. If it means any more than that,
I don't know.
Here's what I want you to do.
Give me a chance.
All right, I'm going to give you a chance.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about some of those phone messages, Gorilla.
I know. That's the other thing. Like, you might have to be in contact with Laura, my assistant.
Yeah.
Who I know. And
she's not too choked up with you either, I don't think. You know what I mean?
I thought she liked me.
I don't know. I got to find out from her if she really liked you.
Gorilla
she might have just been telling you that.
He does take the world's worst phone message.
He does.
What was he doing at your house that he couldn't handle?
I think he was boxing stuff.
No. No. That was for the book.
Yeah, for the book. You were helping me pull tapes and stuff. Yeah.
It's not that I couldn't handle it.
Carried the book. No, we needed him to pull tapes. He was a little thick.
He didn't understand the system, maybe.
All
right, listen, but he tried his best. And he was like, I want to help on the book. Okay, I said, well, why don't you drive out? I don't have a car. So when are you going to come out to the house? I'll be there by 5 o'clock. I go, 5 o'clock, we're done. I'll be there at 4:30.
I'll walk there.
Yeah, you know, what was the problem with Gorilla? Do you remember, Ganji?
Well, yeah. First, he couldn't get out until really late in the afternoon because he didn't have a car.
Right.
And I got a car.
He'd have to get a car, which took him like all afternoon to get. By the time he get there, everybody was leaving.
Yeah, and by the time he got the car, he wasn't that into the job anyway, was he?
One big memory that everybody has of him doing the book was we basically dubbed tapes.
Yes.
So we turned around at one point. Gorilla had a tape problem. We turned around, and he had unspooled the tape, and it was all over him. He was like covered in tape.
No.
He was like a mummy.
So he took my tapes and covered himself, and he looked like a mummy.
Oh, boy.
And Ganji at least gets that right. You were worse than Ganji.
I wouldn't dub no porno tape.
I wouldn't dub no porno tape.
What does that mean?
That's shot at me with that time I put something on a porno tape.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
Well, Ganji didn't double.
At least I know to check the tape before I give it to somebody.
All right, listen. Here's what I'm going to do. I made a decision.
Yes.
I don't know what this job entails, but I know they're going to interview about 10 people. Mm-hmm. The people you're going to be up against have done this already. Mm-hmm. In other words, they're going to be presented, and they're going to say, here's what I would do. Mm-hmm. So you better somehow find out what an assistant does on a movie. You better call somebody, and then clean yourself up, and I'll get you an interview.
Cool.
All right?
All right, if it doesn't happen, then at least
it's not up to me.
You consider me.
I'm going to be in on the decision. Okay. You're my favorite right now because you're the only one I know up for the job. But I understand there's a lot of... But evidently there's...
Somebody help me.
All right, Gorilla. Go ahead. Go prepare yourself for your biggest interview of your life. All right?
I want to make a movie.
I want to make a movie. If I made a movie, then my whole life would change. That's right. I would be the most successful gorilla in my family. Right. Mr. Appleton, I see this movie as a handsome, admirable, monochromatic tableau with energy and edge.
If I was shooting this...
Mr. Appleton, I loved your movies Rocky, Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. I loved The Power of One, and I loved Lean on Me. I've seen them all bag to bag. In an Appleton Film Festival. The movie opens with a dragging shot from Brooklyn. What do you think?
You know what? I think maybe Gorilla might be too in awe and just get in the way. He'd be run over by a camera or something.
When Rocky says Adrian, I cry. I tell you, when he had the two turtles, Cuff and Link, I was thinking, this is man. The good side of man,
Take it easy,
the bad side of man.
Going off the deep end.
All right, I'm going to be John Appleton, the famous movie director. You're meeting with him about you being my assistant, all right?
He's got to meet with John?
But possibly. You never know who he's going to meet with. Hello, young man, and what are your qualifications?
Well, I've worked with Howard for 3 years.
Have you ever worked on a movie?
No, I've not.
All right, well, thank you for coming in. Son?
Yes?
What's wrong with your hair?
Falling out very quickly.
I see. That's rather depressing. Do you think people want to look at the top of your head for the whole film?
This is supposed to be a happy, set.
This is supposed to be a happy movie. I don't want Howard looking at the top of your head and getting bummed out.
Can you wear a hat every day?
Would you be available to wear a hat?
Absolutely.
Over your face?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Because you're coming in a different hat every day?
See, I knew Gorilla was going to flip out if I
I'm not flipping out, honestly.
I knew you're not going to be able to handle this.
Are.
You don't... If that's where you think...
No, I knew you weren't going to be able to handle this information that I was considering you as an assistant. But even though I don't know what that is.
Honestly, I don't look like I got it already. I think that it's nice that you considered me, and I would do my best for the job.
I see.
Yeah, cool. And if you didn't consider me, I wouldn't be pissed at your answer.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm considering you, but understand, and I don't mean this to sound like I'm blowing this off, but you're going to have to be interviewed against other people. This is not a case where, hey, Howard's giving me a job as a perk.
No, I understand.
Like I did for Ganji with that stupid E-show. All right? This is like real people putting up real big dollars for a big movie.
And it's important.
And it's an important job.
I'm a glass egg.
A glass egg?
You're a glass egg?
I'm a glass egg.
You'll be able to handle it?
I'm very much. I'll go in there and I'll breast the out of him.
At least I don't dub no porno tape.
Yeah.
Did you consider Ganji?
I mean, the truth is, no, Ganji's already tied up with this and the stuff.
He's overwhelmed.
Yeah,
already.
He's completely overwhelmed. I don't need to elevate him anymore. I saw when I elevated him to holding a camera, he got completely out of control.
Well, maybe Gorilla could work the camera. And...
I don't know. Truth is, I can't imagine Gorilla beating anyone out in an interview situation. That's what I'm nervous about. You going to be able to handle an interview, a job interview?
I always have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you interviewed for before?
Every time I've got my letter.
What other jobs
Write John Appleton a letter.
What other jobs have you interviewed for? I mean, you sent us a letter when you...
Well, no, but when I interviewed with Gary, I thought it was pretty good.
What other jobs?
Any other job that I had to
When you interviewed with Gary, it was good. You know, Gary didn't want to hire you to work for free?
You were tried
That's
out
not true.
Yes,
That's
it is.
only
True.
because we were in a jam? Did you know that?
Yeah. You better get yourself together. Well, you've matured a little.
Oh, please.
Oh, please. You're going to be able to handle this interview?
Yeah.
Gary, what happened when when Gorilla...
I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't remember the interview with Steve at all.
Yeah.
But I do remember that for whatever reason we didn't hire him as an intern. And then
when you say hire, you're saying you didn't let him work for free.
I know exactly.
And then what happened was we had like this job that nobody wanted to do, and Steve was so excited to be here that we let him come and do it.
I know.
Which was listening to tapes. And then he did that, and then he said, and then we sort of like grew to like him.
Right.
And then we said, okay, you can come on over.
I can tell you the exact scenario.
What?
It was that you chose the other girl over me, supposedly.
Supposedly.
No, because she lived in the city, and you said that we have a problem with interns getting here on time, and she lives in the city. She lives very close.
You've proven yourself to be loyal and hardworking. So
Come a long way.
That is why, believe me, I even bring this up to you. Now, Robin, you might think I'm insane.
Well, I've always thought
but you know what?
with your hiring practices.
Yeah.
You bring up a great point, though, because even I was a victim of this on the TV show sometimes. You would say things to me like, hold my wallet, all you have to do for this entire day is hold my wallet or hold my jacket or something like that. And then what would happen is you'd get so engrossed in watching you, like, making out with women and everything, when you wanted it, we'd forget to give it to you. We'd just become so engrossed in the action.
Yeah. Well, Gary is such a blank slate. I would say to these guys, when I cut my videos, I'm doing Butt Bongo Fiesta, I say, okay, Ganji, your job today is to hold my wallet.
Right.
Or to hold my coat.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, what? I got other things to do. I said, no. You're now relieved of all responsibility. I just want you holding my coat. I don't want my coat stolen. I've had that happen to me because I guess I'm famous or something.
You know how that would happen is usually you would lose your coat for a while on the set.
Yeah.
Because the person who was supposed to be taking care of it had other duties, and they would get distracted. So you would then assign them only the duty
and all the
of
guys,
holding your coat.
And whoever I choose to do this assignment then starts to think it's not an important assignment. They go, I can't believe Howard is demeaning me by making me hold his coat all day. This is all that's important to me. The only reason you're here is to make me happy. And all I want to do is hold on to my coat.
Because you can't do two things at once.
Right. I can't hold my wallet. I'm enclosed for the set. I'm either dressed as Ricky Ricardo or a woman or something.
No, I'm talking about them. You had already tried them once with other jobs and the coat, and they had failed.
Yeah, because I let you hold my coat for the day, and you failed me.
No.
It was good on Butt Bongo.
You did good?
With water, I was there every 3 seconds with water.
Yeah.
Your jacket, I was like 5 feet away from you.
Ganji was actually able to get water and hold my jacket at the same time.
I remember the day
and I got your food.
That you became completely responsible for the coat. It was the day we were shooting inside the uterus.
Yes.
And Ganji lost the coat.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. For a little while on the set. And
no.
That's when I went ape.
He called for his coat.
You're right.
You weren't there with the coat.
And that's when I assigned you only to my coat. Here's what happened. I know exactly what happened. What happened was... What?
Robin, I never put that coat
down.
So
let me tell you what happened.
He assigned it to you.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened, Ganji. I'll refresh your memory. We were on the set, and one of your jobs was to hold the coat. You had many different people were assigning you different things.
Right.
And you'd put the coat on a chair for a second. I look over, and I see the coat on a chair. I said, didn't I ask you to hold my coat? You went, no, I'm holding it, but I said, no, you're not holding it. It's on a chair. I don't want my coat on a chair. I want you holding it. I have my reasons. Don't question my reasons. Just hold the coat. But I got to go I said, from now on, I'm relieving you of all responsibility. Your whole reason for being here is to hold my coat. You are a human hanger.
That's exactly what you said to me.
Yeah.
All right, but after that...
And then after I assigned him to hold my coat, Ganji's father threw a party for him. Because he was so proud of him. Did you hold Howard's coat the whole day? We're going to throw a big party for you.
I graduated from CW Post, summa cum coat rack.
There were invitations and everything.
I'll never forget it. Ganji's dad. Ganji graduated from the world's worst college.
Yes.
And Ganji's father threw him a $15,000 party.
He threw him a wedding.
He threw him a wedding.
They were very proud.
Yeah, they were very proud.
Now they'll throw him a party with a cake the shape of a coat hanger.
Yeah. So, everyone was insulted when I said, okay, now your job is to hold my coat.
I know, he pouted.
And I wasn't even doing it to bust anyone's balls. Because it makes him look bad in front of girls, because he has to walk around with Howard's coat and all this stuff. I know what's going through his head. He wants to look important. I said, look, I don't care. My coat keeps getting lost. And you know what's more important? Nothing's more important to me than my coat right now.
It is very important. Once I had to do it when we were in Cleveland at some place.
And you messed up.
And I messed up. I was doing something else.
You lost my coat.
Because I was doing something else.
He lost it.
That was the coat that disappeared at that house,
He lost my shoes, too.
Oh, wow.
Shoes.
Remember I put you in charge of my shoes?
No, I don't remember.
And then we had to send to Cleveland. They had to airmail them to us. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to rip your head off.
Because I remember when Ralph just sort of lost it and wound up in the pool.
Yeah.
He forgot you, your coat, everything.
Yeah, Ralph was in charge of my clothes. Next thing I know, he's in the pool with naked girls.
I couldn't know.
Yeah, you know what it is? When you hang around me, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on. And everyone gets lost. Like Baba Booey gets lost. He's watching. Gary starts watching because he's being entertained.
He gets engrossed.
Yeah, and the mouth opens up. He's not doing anything.
Right.
His mouth opens up. The drool starts to pour out. And he's staring there looking at Boff. Boff. Yeah, Boff.
That's my Boff.
That's my Boff acting. So I'm afraid Gorilla, while he hasn't done this before, I can't.
Could get terribly carried away.
I'm going to be pretty tense doing a radio show and shooting a film. Everyone's pretty much informed me that I'm going to be out of my mind because you got to stand around and wait, and I'm going to be real cranky because I get up at 4 in the morning. And, if you start screwing up, then we're really going to have a problem.
I totally understand that.
What do you think you have to do as my assistant?
I would think that you'd have a schedule set out for the day. and that you have to be here at certain times, and you need.
What do you say?
Things.
You don't think he can handle it?
No, he's got really bad dry mouth.
He's interviewing. Are you?
It's the morning.
It's morning.
I'm nervous.
Morning is nervous. Morning
no,
is nervous. By afternoon, I wet up. Yeah. I get juicy in the afternoon.
I still got toothpaste mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, I get toothpaste mouth. Toothpaste mouth. Oh, you're supposed to rinse it out?
I just suck on it.
What brush?
Yeah, I don't have a brush. Can I be your assistant? I think of everything. I rub soap under my arms and I wait until like 12 o'clock before I wash it off. This guy will be my assistant. I'll go out of my mind. He don't even know how to brush his teeth. I like you though. I'm going to let you get an interview. How's that?
That's fine.
All right.
Thank you. That's more than I can ask.
And that'll be the most happening job out of all the interns. Trust me.
Yeah. Definitely.
But for you to get it is a long
intern.
shot. That's like the Rocky movie. The odds are 1,000,000 to 1 he'd beat Apollo Creed. The odds are 1,000,000 to 1 you're going to get this production job.
You know what? John may be inspired to do another movie if Gorilla gets
All right. I have you in mind. I'm going to make you one of the candidates.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, you can leave. We're going to take a break.
Videotape that interview.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Oh, man, that's not fair.
That's pressure. Pressure.
Too much pressure. Too much pressure.
Can you imagine him in a meeting trying to get a job done?
No.
I would like to tell you that I could get Howard's coffee. I could get his coffee. I could get his sides. I could get his potato. But I also would like to share this with you. The film, I believe, will qualify as a polemic, which one cannot deny the unbelievable emotional qualities and the barrage of powerhouse images that will lie in the film. Therein, I believe, lies the strength, Mr. Appleton. What do you think?
I think Fred's on crack.
I wish you could handle yourself that well.
Sounds like Fred wants to get.
Yeah. All right, let me take a break. And then when we come back, let's take some phone calls and stuff right after these words.